Come along with me on our kayak camping adventure in the beautiful Everglades National Park. We headed out of Flamingo Everglades Visitor Center, about 2 hours southwest of Miami. We had gotten our backcountry wilderness permits and camping reservations in advance through recreation.gov, so make sure you have those if you're planning to go. Along the way, you'll see plenty of birds, and you may spot some sea life like sharks, dolphin, and much more. The paddle's roughly 4.5 miles, or about 2 hours, so it's easy, and even a novice can make it here. But you do need to check tide charts and weather. I paddled this on my Wilderness Systems Tarpon 120, and I do carry my Garmin with me just in case. But for this paddle, you don't really need it, since you can hug the coast the entire way, as long as the tide isn't too low. So up an additional 3 miles is Clubhouse Beach, and 3.5 more is Cape Sable, if you're looking for a longer paddle. After arriving at camp, we did a little exploring since the tide was low enough to hike the mangrove coast a bit, and we spent some time collecting firewood. East Clubhouse Beach and a few other beach sites in Everglades National Park allow fires, so that's always a great treat during unexpected cool temperature drops. So after a bit more exploring, we settled into a sunset covered by clouds, but we enjoyed great company. So eventually, as the night began to fall, we got busy charring some burgers on our wood fire with a portable stainless steel grate, and we shared a couple of cocktails and more stories than I could count. So the next morning, we woke up with the sunrise and got busy making hot coffee and breakfast. Nothing like a cup of hot coffee. Eventually, we got busy rigging up our kayaks for the journey home. The tide was really low, so we had to haul our stuff out to the kayaks in the mud and pack them up there. Be advised that there are oyster beds under all that mud, and you may get cut, as many of us did. But eventually we were packed back up and headed back to Flamingo. So the weather on the return trip started getting a little overcast, and some dark clouds did begin to roll in. Eventually, we saw the beautiful pink Flamingo Visitor Center, and we knew we were headed home.
All right, Arlene, say goodbye since it's the end.
Bye!
Since it's just us right now. Yep, until next year.
Once we pulled up into the marina, we just had to get our kayaks and gear ready for our ride home. Watching the clouds continue to roll by in the rearview mirror on the way home was actually quite lovely, as I reminisced the great weekend we'd had